And welcome live to the LV Home Experts Podcast. My name is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, your licensed real estate agent, and also the host of the LV Home Experts Podcast. This is where we talk about real estate and financing with my co-host, Dan French, with Guaranteed Rate Mortgage. So today we have a very special guest, my right-hand man, Joey Andron. And today we are going to be talking about very important things. What's going on with the Las Vegas housing market? We have a full report today. We're going to be talking about single-family residence, condos, townhomes, multifamily, what's going on in the new home sector, multi-million-dollar homes, what to expect with the near-coming future with home sales ending in 2022, followed up with 2023. So we're going to dive right into it. Guys, how was your weekend? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I went down to California.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good shoot.
Oh, no wonder why you didn't answer your phone.
Yeah, no.
Again.
Like everybody, though. It's not just you, Chuck.
Okay.
I just turn it off.
Okay.
It's like, don't call me.
And what's so
Actually, I responded to both of you.
what's so funny is, like, when I call you, you don't answer. I know you're busy, but I'm that kind of guy that keeps calling.
Yeah. Send a text. Call me back.
Well, it's all good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that I don't see it, but sometimes I'll see it later. Like last night, I didn't even look at my phone until I was leaving. It was like 8.
Yeah.
I'm just tired, dude. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And then the weekend, it was fun, man, because I went back and I saw my old hometown. Dude, nothing's changed.
What's your old hometown?
So I graduated at Colton High School, but I'm from the I've lived in all the areas like Ranch Cucamonga, all the areas, but that's where I started. Was in Colton. It's not a great place in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was younger, I was grateful because I think a lot of people want to stay at the same school. They want to like go through the process and actually have friends. You know, one of the things people have is they're moving around. Like you might have really, really successful people like in your life, parents, and you're moving around. But I think giving your kids the opportunity to stay at one place, have friends, develop life, you kind of get a familiarity.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Now, is it where I would want to raise my kids today? Probably not, but my parents had 5 kids. You know how it goes. It's like, they were trying to figure life out and stuff. But overall, it was a great experience.
Have you seen any of your old friends back there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
I went back and I saw my friend Matt. I got a couple people I still talk to. The thing about it, though, is that it doesn't change. And I think with me, I had to make that transition. Everybody was like, well, why do you go to Vegas? When you grow up on the outskirts of like the big city, you're looking for opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think especially 20 years ago, cost of living was a lot better. People are looking for places where they can get that, and that's why I came to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. I love Vegas.
Yeah.
I love Vegas. People ask me all the time, like, how does it compare to Miami? I'm like, Miami's cool, but I just like Vegas a lot more. Well, I think there's a lot. There's a lot of opportunity. There's opportunity in Miami, but I think there's more opportunity here.
I think this is a younger city than most other cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, too, I always remember when I was a kid, I came out here. My uncle was already living here, one of my uncles. And I would be looking at the Strip. And I always think, man, I was like 15. I was like, there's so much probably going on there. When can I get involved with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like, I feel like I'm missing out. And I would just literally look at the Strip. And it's funny because I period of time, like 2-3 years, not until I got older, where I was like, you know what? I really like Vegas. I'm going to go back and try it out. And I did. And I ended up staying.
There was this one time that me and Dan went to California, and he took me back to his hometown. And he was like showing me around the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
And picture this. You ever seen the show The Wonder Years?
Oh, yeah.
So that's how his neighborhood looked, right? It was like just cozy, like this is a place to raise a family. But the funny thing is that Dan was literally going down memory lane, and he was having tears in his eyes.
Did you?
It was different, man.
No, it was.
It was different.
That's
You
cool.
know what it is that.
But isn't that fun though? Like when you
Yeah.
go back to your childhood and you're like,
Absolutely.
oh, you kind of get that feeling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he was going through that, but I wasn't feeling it. But he was like, this is where I play soccer. This is where I hop the fence.
I had to pull over and just kind of take a moment. I sat down, felt the air. You know what I mean?
Sat under your
Yeah.
favorite tree.
Sat under my favorite tree. Started to, do you have a book? Anybody? Give me my phone. I need to do something.
And the crazy thing was, he was ranting and raving about some sort of burrito place. He's like, yo, I got to get my dad this burrito. What was the name of that?
Oh, Baker's Burgers.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
is
they
it a burger joint or was it a burrito?
It was combination. But
Okay.
here's the difference. So again, commercialized corporate, comes in. They change the whole menu. Change everything. It doesn't taste the same anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I went back there and it's like,
Never
man,
does.
what is this? Well, you could tell it's not real chicken where they were using chicken. You know, the beans.
What do you mean they weren't using real chicken?
Well, you know, they have that pressed chicken. Now they put that like that what is it? The
like a Costco chicken?
No, but it's like
From
a
a bag?
processed style chicken. It wasn't like, but it's like pressed and now it's like, I don't know, it just tasted like rubber to me. It was like, it wasn't the same.
It was an organic.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, dude, what is this? And then the beans were like, they were in a pot. You know, like I was down back there and I used to make this burrito because I was all into like working out and I was like trying to like get all in shape. I was doing dirt bike riding too, racing. So this pot would like have a bunch of beans in it, and then I would literally go back there and I'd look, and then we'd have real rice. They would make the real rice. They would do all the works, right? So then I would go back there and I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw some stuff together here. I'm gonna make my own thing, you know? So, dude, I threw everything. It was like sour cream and guacamole, like everything, right? This thing was like this big. I wrapped it up and I put it like to go. And they go, what the hell is this? I go, that's my burrito. They go, what's in this thing? Because it was like really big. And what's funny is somebody did the same thing and they started calling it the Dan French burrito.
No kidding.
Oh, nice.
You got your own burrito?
Well, they didn't make it on the menu, but the whole crew started calling it the Dan French burrito. So like, oh, what'd you make? Oh, I made a Dan French burrito today. Taking it home.
So, Joey, what did you end up doing this weekend?
This weekend, kids soccer.
How's that going?
Good. Yeah, both teams are undefeated.
Oh, really?
Kids are kicking butt.
Okay.
Yeah, only 3 games left in the season, which is crazy how fast it goes.
Is Rocco playing or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Rocco is
Rocco's
playing.
Yeah, Rocco's playing. He's got, I think he has 23 goals this season
So he's
so
forward.
far. Huh?
He's a forward.
Well, I mean, they're 5. They're 5 years old.
Okay.
So it's just, I mean,
They're just running around.
He just dominates. Like, he's a lefty, but he can dribble the ball like amazingly well. He shoots lefty, right.
wow.
Did you play soccer when you were
In
a
high
kid?
school.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, growing up and then through high school.
I did too. I played it forward.
Did you?
Yeah, I was on
Okay.
the All-Star team too. It was kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but my daughter, she's awesome at soccer as well. I think she has 7 goals so far this season.
So, anything going on around Las Vegas you guys want to share? Dan, you want to?
Well, I mean, we were talking about the Enchant. I want to bring that up because Resorts World,
Okay.
they're going to be having like a Christmas festival type thing where Santa Claus, Miss Santa Claus is going to be out here. Big deal last year. I didn't even really know about it.
Where's Resort World for all
So
the
they're
audience?
saying it's going to spread Resorts World?
Yeah.
That's on the Strip.
Yeah, like where?
So it's across what from like, what is it, Sahara? It's like close to Sahara, in between Sahara, like next to the wind.
It's just right
Yeah.
past the wind. On the
There's, like,
west
shops.
side.
Yeah,
I
there's,
know
like,
where it's at. I'm talking about the audience.
Oh, you made it sound like, where's it at? I'm like, this guy doesn't know where he's
I'm like, dude, he does not go to the Strip. I'm sitting here like, this guy.
This is for the audience. They don't know where it's at. So it's on the Strip. It's a casino.
So I don't think the actual
One of the newest
It's
casinos.
not going to be at Resorts World.
Okay.
Though. It's going to be at like I think it's like baseball fields, and it's like spread across like 10 acres. But
Okay.
they're going to have like lights and all kinds of events and stuff. So apparently, it's supposed to be a big deal.
When is that happening?
I think it's starting next month. I don't know the exact date, but I think it's starting next month. So yeah, I think that's going to be a big deal. And you were talking about your
Formula
deal.
One.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the AAA ball field and the Summerlin side, they do an amazing Enchanted Forest over
do they?
there, like through the holidays. Have you been over there?
I haven't been there. Like I said, for me, I'm starting to kind of like get all into this because I wasn't really looking for it. But now it's like, okay, well, I'm going to take my family because I want to start experiencing things. I always look at Vegas and be like, where are we going to leave? Where are we going to go outside of Vegas? But there's a lot of stuff in your backyard, you know?
I'll tell you, the one at the ball field is pretty incredible. So they take the entire field, right, and they cover it, and it's like it's a maze, you know, for the kids. I mean, the production is pretty spectacular. You know, Santa is there and food and drinks. And
I think they also have something like that at the Speedway too, as well, where they have like all these lights, right? And
you
kinda
can drive through. Yeah.
I've never been there, but I've seen it. But I'm probably gonna try it this year. Now, is there a cost for something like this?
It was like $20-$25.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
with
totally worth it.
But with Dan's discount code, it's well.
Oh yeah. So I'll tell you this much too. So you know what else I was going to bring up? I wanted to bring up. It's kind of crazy, but a very cheap room you guys can get into. We talked about.
Oh yeah,
Cheap
yeah,
room.
yeah, definitely mention
Ooh,
that.
I like cheap rooms.
This is ridiculous.
What's
right?
the cheap room?
So you can go get a penthouse.
A pimp house.
A pimp house. It's a pimp and a pent
Okay.
house over at Palms Casino, I believe is what it was.
Okay.
And the stay is $150,000 a night.
That's it.
That's it.
That's not bad. I
I
mean,
think that's great. That's a great deal.
mean,
great deal.
What do you get with that one?
like a Rolex watch.
Yeah, like what do you get with that one? I
Get a
better,
You get a
Tesla.
personal concierge,
dude. I
some
mean,
free hors d'oeuvres.
it better be something spectacular. $150,000 a night.
Imagine that lifestyle. You know what I mean? $150,000 a night.
Imagine if you have so much money and you rent it out or you reserve it and you don't show up. You just whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's people like that, dude. There's 150, 200,000. Nah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, we can't really make it. Hey, we'll call them next time, see if they can hook us up.
So I want to give a quick shout out and also a plug real quick. So this weekend, I actually received this gift box right here, right? It's called Try Treats. And basically, this is a company that we have, we're now doing collaborations with. Every month, they send us a box. So Try Treats is basically a company that sends you a surprise gift box of snacks across the world. So this month, I got one from Thailand. And what's cool about this is that they give you like a card, right? And the card kind of just shows exactly or tells you about Thailand. So you learn about the history. And we have like all these like weird snacks, which is like, this is a spicy Lay's lobster chips, right? You got like squid, you got like some sort, I don't know what this, it's called puffs. So these are like just snacks from Thailand. So every month you'll get something. Also, we've partnered up with a lot of companies, especially with the podcast. And, we sell a lot of real estate now. So, a lot of people in the industry are starting to reach on out to us. So there's a company that we've partnered up with. Let me just show you. Glass Vegas, right? Just give a quick shout out. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. And basically, they specialize in sliding doors, windows, mirrors, so for all the custom homes out there. And Nicole, she is a female and owner of this company, so we've partnered up with her. So we're doing a lot of business, and we're going to create a commercial ad. Also, another quick plug, real quick, is GC Credit Coaches. So basically, if you guys actually have bad credit, before buying a home, obviously you got to build that foundation, right? By building that foundation, you want to get the highest credit score as possible. This company will help you to build your credit. So stay tuned. We are partnering up with them. Also, we have another company that we are partnering up with as well. Closets, what's the name? Closits Las Vegas, I'm sorry. So basically, if you guys are looking to build like a custom closet, right? Inside the garage or the flex space, entertainment center, they do epoxy. They also do like window shades too as well. So they pretty much do it all. So this is a new collaboration and partnership that we have going. So stay tuned. We're going to have like more commercials and stuff like that. We just haven't built out the commercials yet. But again, these are companies that I feel myself that are very reputable. We do a lot of business with them. So that's the reason why we are now partnering up. Also, another thing I do want to mention, Live Homes, right? I want to give a quick plug too as well. We got something on the back end with them right now. And I want to talk a little bit about this because I think this is important because this is the only company on planet Earth that has a home that adapts to your living and lifestyle.
That's right.
Artificial intelligence. Imagine this. When you are driving home, the home already knows that you are on the way home. It controls the temperature to your settings. And imagine walking into your home, lights turning on, right? This is like Meet the George Jetson. This is for real, right? The stove already turns on. The microwave already turns on. You have dim lights. When you go in one room to another room, it turns on. If you're feeling hot in one room, it actually reads your temperature. That is very fascinating. So I'm very excited about this new project. So I can't wait to sell you guys a bunch of these homes.
and it's net zero.
Net zero. Explain what that is.
Yeah, net zero. So everything, the entire community and the home is all powered by Tesla solar panels.
Nice.
So it's a zero carbon footprint on the entire community and the home.
So basically, it's free electricity.
Yeah, you are attached to the grid.
Yep.
Right.
Well, you have to be.
Right, but the entire home is powered by Tesla, which is
Energy
absolutely
efficient.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And what I like about this is, that, believe this or not, okay, you buy the home, you also comes with a pool. Imagine that.
Just comes with it.
Comes with the pool.
Already included in the price.
It's already included in the price. It comes with the pool.
Yeah.
Sign me up. How much this costs?
Well, it's going to be probably about $5 million.
Okay,
for
never
you,
mind.
it'll be $6 million.
Put me on a wait list.
And they
so well, the good thing is they have the two communities, right?
Yeah.
So depending on the location,
Yeah.
one starting price points around $2 million, the other one starting right around 1.2. About the same size of home, just different location.
But I mean, you're paying for lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that is a lifestyle, and you know what? Hey, I don't think that's outrageous or unrealistic at 1.2 to start. You know,
absolutely not.
To get into a house like that.
And if you guys like modern type of homes, this is like ultra modern, right? And the interior has Italian finishings, right?
Yeah. Yep. All of
or
the
European finishings.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
all the finishings they're sourced from all over the world,
Yeah.
all over Europe, Eastern Europe. They're all imported, but the quality is second to none.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really setting the bar pretty high.
Really? So
Yeah.
they're all imported?
Yeah, all of the fixtures, finishings, everything's imported.
And the name of this community that I like is called Neo.
What is it? Neo?
Neo, which is you definitely see the strip view. I think there's 6 different models or floor plans to pick from. And in addition to that, I think there is 3 different interior floor plans that you can pick. It's kind of like you got 1, 2, 3 options. They're just banging.
All strip view or no?
I'm gonna say majority of them are strip views.
Okay, elevations
so
there.
yeah. And what I do like about this company is they actually give you a Tesla.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Disclosure, this is the word right now, right? So I don't want to say you're going to get a Tesla and you're going to get a real Tesla, but that's what they're talking about, which is, I think is very cool, right? I mean, this is just something new. And I think a lot of people need to really look out for this company because this is the only company that's out here that's doing something crazy like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There are a lot of good custom home builders, but I mean, they've taken this to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and the thing is that they have a proven track record.
Yeah.
So this is just an extension on what they already do. This is something that's evolved. All the technology, it's all proprietary technology that's being developed. They have their own tech department that is still finalizing a lot of these things. But one of the really neat things is that one, the pool, right? Because we get that question asked a lot. Hey, if I build a pool if I build a home with Richmond or Lennar or any of these home builders, can I include the pool? In most cases,
no,
you can't, right?
Yeah.
Here, you get the pool. But another thing is most people want to say, hey, look, I love this model. Can I just buy the model home? No, you can't until the very, very end. This community, if you like the fixtures and the finishings and the design, you can actually purchase that exact design just like that, turnkey.
So, I mean, would you want to buy, a model home or your own? Because I don't want people walking through my home like that. You know what I mean? And then, I just want my own creation. Like, why would you want to buy the model unless it's like the last?
Well, if it's tricked out, who cares?
Yeah, most people, because you can't get a lot of those things. So when you look at a model home, a lot of this stuff is decorative. So yes, you can go buy furniture and things like that.
Oh, you're talking about all like the wall art and all that stuff?
Yeah. So in a traditional model home, right?
Really?
So everything comes turnkey. But these homes, if you like the furniture packages and the way they display them on their renderings, you can buy exactly that.
One of the things too is if you're buying a house and it comes with a pool like that, what are pools running right now?
75, 80,000.
I've seen them 120, 130, depending on what you.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do.
So if you're going to do that, you can just say, well, really, you're buying it. I hate to say this, but kind of you're buying it for like 900,000 because if you're buying it at 1.2, and let's say you're going to put in a pool because everybody wants to. It's now at 1.2. Look at now you're really getting a home for 900 plus a pool.
Yeah.
Because you were going to have to pay for it anyways if you buy a house without one.
Yeah. And you have to also think about this too. I mean, you go on the MLS and you put in your criteria, 2 million to 3 million or 4 million. And you look at those homes, a lot of those homes are older homes.
Yeah.
If you're like looking at Spanish Hills, Spanish Trails, some side of Summerlin, they're older homes. But if you look at this and you're seeing the lots, the views, and the technology for 3 to 4 million,
it makes sense.
It makes total sense.
And also, the credibility is here with this company. They're not building only $5 million homes. They come from a background that they're building 20, 40,000 square feet homes.
Yeah.
Like mega mansions. Like that. This is the company that we're dealing with here.
I'm sure it has a genre or different criteria of people that want to buy into this house. But I mean, what are they catering to? Is there a certain clientele they're
with people who got money.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's my thing: are they going towards more of the higher end, or are they really selling a lot of the 1.2s, or are they selling it?
No, it starts off at 1.2.
Yeah,
By the time you're
1.2.
done, you're probably gonna be into for about like $5 million. So I mean, it's the upper.
Probably the upper.
Yeah.
But they're geared a lot towards like the celebrity, right? The between probably 35 to 45-year-olds that are hip, that understand luxury, people who have money.
Damn. What would you like to buy at 4.5?
You're almost there, buddy. As much money as you save.
Another 10 years.
All right, guys. So before I do a quick commercial break, I want to go back to this Try Treats. It's trytreats.com. Make sure you enter the promo code. I forgot all about this to save some money on a discount. Obviously, Chakits Krulsawat promo code Chakits Krulsawat, and we will be right back after these sponsors.
Does your house look like and have you been considering remodeling your home for some time now? Well, if you love real estate like I do and appreciate the attention to detail in the craftsmanship required to build a remodel or a gorgeous home, then I got the perfect company for you. Guys, I highly recommend Design Zone Remodeling. They are a stellar company that will turn your outdated home into your own personal sanctuary. They specialize in bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, and full house remodels. Design Zone Remodeling has a reputation for excellent workmanship, competitive fees, and being able to offer a wide range of services and deliver the outstanding results to their clients. I use Design Zone Remodeling on my personal properties. Give Design Zone Remodeling a call today at 725-223-0871 or visit their website at designzoneremodeling.com to request a free consultation today.
All right, guys, and welcome back to the LV Home Experts Podcast. If you guys are just tuning in, my name is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I got my co-host Dan French with Guarantee Rate. We were just talking about what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market, and we're talking about a new community, Neil by Live. That's right. And I want to talk about the Las Vegas housing market. I want to give you guys an insight of what's going on. There's so much that we need to share. We were talking about a new development, brand new homes. However, right now what I've noticed with the new homes, and this is the challenges that I'm currently running into. A couple months ago, I'm going to say 8-10 months ago, we went under contract. Okay. And clients would always ask me, how much money can I actually spend? Because a lot of consumers think they can buy a brand new home and go in there and just do all the upgrades. But there's got to be some sort of barometer, right? Because if the property doesn't appraise, you got to pay for you got to pay for above appraisal. So normally the barometer is this, and this is how I've always calculated. I've always went to the sales office to ask the salesperson, what is the average person spending percentage-wise off the base price as far as options, so that way I know I won't go with the appraised price. And it used to go from 10, 15 to 20%, okay? This last deal that I had with Dan here, property appraised, I think like $40,000 less than what it was. And the reason why is because of what's going on with the housing market. A lot of appraisers are now being conservative. So if you are in the marketplace today to buy a brand new home, that percentage of the base price, to keep it safe, especially if you're about $650,000 and below, you're probably going to keep it at a 10%. Anything above that threshold, it's something that you need to be aware of. Anything going on with the housing market you guys are aware of?
I want to bring something up about that. I was actually doing a recording myself, and then somebody brought up the same situation that we went through.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing the deal, but they went through the same situation, VA loan, and had the same problem.
So did the home builder reduce the price, or how are they negotiating that?
So basically, I went back and forth. I challenged the appraiser. I had all the comps, and the comps did justify my comps of the price, because things in there were closing at like at 575, 560, but you freaking appraised this property at 540.
Wow.
And that really pissed me off. So I challenged the hell out of it. We literally went to him. I called him up. We also went directly to the VA, and they came back. VA came back and denied it. And the reason why is because they're being very conservative now, which is very scary, right? So if you're under contract, you just got to be aware of that situation. And I understand, because if we take a look, home pricing today for the single-family residence right now, the median home price is $445,000 at $242 a square foot, with an average days on the market is 30 days, which is still a healthy market, but it's still down 8.2% from an all-time high. But this is the crazy thing. Months of supply, 5 months. So we're starting to have some inventory here, and things are starting to slow down. But we're going to break this down from one sector to another sector. What are your thoughts, Joey?
We're starting to see the inventory increase, and it's funny because you start putting these criterias in different locations, and you almost feel as if like there's still no inventory.
Yeah.
Because you're always looking for something specific. So I see that we do still have, we're starting to get some more options, but when you're looking for something specific, there's just really not that much to choose from.
Well, I think buyers though too, they have more options and they can be more specific. Like it's like you go back a year, maybe what they were looking for, they would have been okay with, right? With that house. Now it's like, wait a second, is there something better out there?
Yeah.
Is there something more now? I can stretch my money a little bit further. Is the market going to continue to decline? So there's a lot of challenges. But what it does say is Vegas is sustaining itself with the home prices, because we've come down 8%, but how long have we been around that 540 to 550 range? It's almost like it's just
it's been about 60 days.
You mean 440?
Yeah, 440.
440
or 440. Did I say?
445. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we've been hovering right around there. So I mean, we're seeing that prices are kind of stabilizing around there.
I think at that price point, if we take a look at it, right? I think one of the issues is that if we take a look at the average household income, what are we, like 63 right now here in Las Vegas? I haven't ran the numbers for some time.
As far as month or a yearly
average
income?
House, yeah. I think it's like it went from 58 to like 63.
I think it's over 60. I don't know the exact number.
Let's just say 63.
Right.
Okay. And we talked about this the other day. So that's where majority of your buyers are. Okay. One of the challenges that they're having is, and we talked about this, where the interest rate, right? And I think we did the delta, I think it was like a 2%. So from like 4 to 6% on the same type of home in today's market, you're spending $800 more.
Yes.
And I think that's where that shocker comes in. So once they get approved, and they're getting approved for $400, we just had this case, they're paying $2,800 a month.
So there's a home affordability calendar or calculator. I keep saying that. So I took the calculator, put it in, and you look at where people were at, let's say even 8 months ago. And the average person buying a house 8 months ago at $500,000 with the rates, payment was, I think it was like right around, I don't know, I think it was right around maybe 3. I'm not sure exactly the number, but if you take that and then you increase the rate from like that 3% to 7% where we're at today, it dropped their purchase price from like $500 down to like $389. And that's home affordability, right? It's a calculator. So it just tells you how much purchasing power people are losing. And what I put in there was just a $500 car payment, just $100 worth of like student loan debt, and maybe like another $150 of credit card debt. I mean, we know that's probably not American spend, dude. So let's be honest. That's probably generous, very generous. But at least you could see that just putting those basic numbers in, you're losing $100,000 to $125,000 in purchasing price over that course of that 3 to 7%, depending on how much your loan is.
Is this a website that somebody can go to, or is this something just for
It's
lenders?
a website. I'll have to bring it up. I forgot the actual URL website part of it, the link. But I mean, you can probably find this online too. But I'm just saying, it just shows how much your purchasing power has declined over the course of like 8 to 9 months.
That's just crazy. Yeah. And you have to understand, majority of the people are buying at that price point, and the ones that can go out and buy, where they decide, you know what, I'm willing to eat that additional cost because I want to get a home, they are also shopping around at that price point, right? Because they have options. There's more supply, so it's like, if I'm spending $450, I'm paying this much a month. But you have, now 10, 20 homes in the same community. Why not look at all 20 homes and let me be picky and choosy? Which is, I understand. I mean, you're spending, $500,000. I mean, you should. But it wasn't like this 6 months ago. You don't put in an offer now, you ain't going to get this thing.
This is a different world.
It is.
It is.
Everything's on the table for buyers right now.
And that's what I love about real estate. In Las Vegas, you also have to understand that Vegas is such a trendy city that things are constantly moving fast. This market is never the same. And I always tell all these real estate agents this. You always got to pivot to profit. And what I mean by that is you got to know what's going on because this city moves so fast. If you're not adapting and moving with the city, you're going to get left behind.
Sure.
Moving on to condos. Currently active right now, we have 1,080 condos. The median price point for a condo now is $217,500 at $217 a square foot. Average days on the market is 28 days. Month supply is 4 months. This sucks for me because I just rehabbed the condo and I'm about to take a loss. Hopefully I could break even. But if I don't sell this condo, this is the idea I had. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to fully furnish this condo. And this is only for my subscribers, that people that follow me on my social media and people that are going to actually buy a home for me. If they're going to build a home out here, they need a place to stay. Guess what? I got you a place for a fee. So you don't even have to worry about trying to find a place. Isn't that cool or what?
That's amazing. I don't think any other real estate agent has done that.
Exactly. This is the only team that will do that here in Las Vegas. So you're telling me, Chuck, you got a place for me to stay while I'm getting my home built? Yes.
What if it's like 2 years?
Then I'm going to get paid. All right, I want to move on to townhomes. Townhomes right now, I have a client that's looking to purchase a townhome. The median price for a closing on a townhome is $310,000 at $230 a square foot. Obviously, condos is a lot cheaper, right?
Yeah.
21 days on the market. Supply line, we have 4 months of supply. So, townhomes are still moving, but the question is, should I buy single family resident, townhome, or condo? What would you guys prefer?
I mean, I would go to town. I mean, if it was in between condo and townhome, I would go townhome.
Okay. One of the issues that I'm having in today's market, once they find out what are the HOAs, right? The average HOAs for a townhome out here at this price point is roughly about $200, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand this. If you are buying a single family residence or thinking about buying a single family residence for $445,000, but you're like, Chuck, I don't want to spend that kind of money. But I look here, I'm going to spend $310,000, right, for a townhome. You have an HOA fee of $200. If you take that HOA fee and apply it towards your monthly payment, now you could afford, right? You can purchase a single family residence. So it's something to think about. But what is typically included with that $200 on a townhome and a condo? This is what's typically included, right? But obviously you want to check this. It's the water, sewage, and trash.
Yeah.
Which is
sometimes cable, basic cable.
Yeah. So it's a case-by-case basis. However, there are going to be some challenges, right? We got to order the condo cert, explain what that is and how that actually works. Because the last thing you want to do is go into a deal. You can't get this deal done. Explain that, Dan.
For a loan? Well, I mean, you can get a condo cert just to get one, but if you want one for a loan, I'm just going to go. It's really just to see what the parameters are for the HOA and that facility and the actual, all the units, if there's any litigation or anything against it. So we go through this a lot.
And they look at it as far as like how many investor, your investor units to owner occupied.
And believe it or not, it will not get you approved. Even though you're approved as a buyer for getting a loan, you also have to think the bank has to give a loan on that property, and that property is not approving for what their guidelines are, right? You can't sell it to Fannie and Freddie or Ginnie. So what are you going to do with it? I mean, they're not going to hold it, so it's not going to be sellable. So most of the time, that's going to be your barometer if you're going to get approved or not overall with the property.
Now, I got something very special for Joey because Joey just got a new contract up at Panorama Towers, which is a pimp pad. We talked about a pimp pad, right? High rises today. The median price point is $360,000 and $435 a square foot. Average days on the market, 27 days. Inventory, we have currently at 450. 6 months of supply. Now, let's talk about this high rise that just purchased for one of our clients. I think it was what, 1.2?
1.2. Yeah.
View is unbelievable. Why is the view so important when you're purchasing high rise?
Well, obviously people move to Las Vegas, so they want a view of the Strip.
Yeah.
So what's special about this tower is that there's three, right? There's Panorama Tower 1, Tower 2, then there's the Martin.
Yeah.
It's the only they're the only high-rise towers on the west side of the 15.
That's what I like about it.
That face the strip. There's nothing else.
You know what's great about this? You can get in and out of the mix. And what I mean by that, because you have that road Harmon, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get in literally the heart of the strip, right? City center, you just go across the bridge.
Yeah.
If you live there and you don't want to get into the mix, you just head west.
Right. Yeah, you could literally walk across the bridge and you're right there.
So it's west side of the 15.
West side, yeah. And what's really great about it is they have a free limo service that's included in the HOA. So it will take you to the airport. It'll take you to any place on the strip. It'll pick you up. Yeah, it's actually really, really neat.
What's the benefits of living in a high rise in Las Vegas? Because you mentioned that, and I want to kind of tee you up for this.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of benefits, in my opinion, especially if you're a single or a young couple, right? I mean, you can just about locking the door and leaving, right? You have full concierge, full luxury service.
That's what I love.
You know, and the accessibility of being able to go anywhere on the strip within seconds.
So,
right?
so on the financing or cash, like, is that, it doesn't matter to me, but are they financing this deal?
There are some lenders. Oh, so my clients know they're paying cash.
A lot of lenders do. Like, I'll say this because, and that's the hard part is finding a lender if you need one. So it's almost like it doesn't eliminate everybody, but you have to find the right lender, like you said. But I was just curious because the cash makes sense, you know. It's lifestyle too. I mean,
it is. It's all about lifestyle. And what's fantastic about this unit in particular, it's a flow through. So it's an end cap, right, and it faces south. But you have the strip view, you have the east view, all of the south, and then the bedrooms are on the west side of the unit, so you have all of the mountain views as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
Now, some of these high rises will have some sort of litigation, and I think that's the reason why lenders won't finance on these type of deals. But I think it's very important that the consumer needs to take a look at what type of litigations, because there are times where I end up purchasing a home. We do a prelim title report. There's a litigation against the home, right? Or it's tied up towards a litigation. As an agent, and I'm just going to share with all the new agents out there, you got to do your homework, right? We need to find out who that attorney is that had filed that litigation, see what those claims are, and find out, is your home actually infected? Because there's times where I find out who the attorney is and find out what the litigation is. It has nothing to do with our home that we're selling, but come to find out, these attorneys, they're pretty good, where if there's a complaint between a client and a builder, client gets upset, hires an attorney, says, hey, there's something wrong with my home. The attorney goes around, and this is what they do for a living, right? They litigate against builders because there's omission and errors.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what this attorney will do is send out letters to the whole neighborhood. One of my clients' home is affected, construction defect. Your home could possibly be something wrong. What we will do is send out a home inspector to inspect all the homes, right? If we find something, you'll be a part of this litigation and we'll get you the money. By you signing this petition, now you just tied up your property with that litigation. So if you are buying a home, first you got to find out if there's even an issue with your home. And if you are part of that litigation and you want to buy that home, there's times where I buy it with my clients and say, hey, let's get it. Because we know there's nothing wrong with the home because we already did an inspection. However, I want to make sure that once we transfer title, you are also entitled to that money too as well.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case, right? And I just had a recently where we had a client, he was under litigation, same thing, but we sold the home, but the buyer was like, oh my God, it's under litigation. We don't want to buy it. Like, look, you big dummy. This is what's going on. We're going to transfer everything over to you. You're good. You did a whole home inspection. Agent kind of realized it like, you know what, Chuck, you are right. But there's times where we do a home inspection. We got the litigation too. And I got to tell my clients, yo, we got to bail. Reason why, because if I'm feeling eerie about this thing and I'm like, dude, there's problems here, right? We got to bail. Now, there's times where clients are like, let's move forward. I'm like, dude, we can't move forward. But at the end of the day, I don't call the shots. Our job is just to inform and try to protect you as best as we can. But at the end of the day, they call the shots. Now, I want to move on to multifamily, because I think this is a big topic with multifamily. Pricing is starting to drop. Check this out. The median price point for a multifamily is $518,000 at $177 a square foot. Average days on the market is 20 days. Supply chain is only 2 months, which is very low. However, I remember when 4-unit buildings were going for $600,000. Now they're at $518,000. But at $518,000, it still doesn't make sense because the average rent here is about $1,200 to $1,400, and they're like in D-class neighborhoods. So for me, I personally would not buy this. If you are buying this, you're going to get yourself stuck. I think if you hold off for a couple more months, I think it's going to even go lower. What are you guys' thoughts?
I hope they do because I want to buy them.
Okay, well, that's a good point.
I think they will, but I don't know. Like, is it going to be how much more lower? Right? I mean, is it going to be?
Well, the numbers have to make sense. So if you're looking for about a 6 cap, right? Then the home has to be at least around 280, 275, and you're barely making that 6 cap.
Well, a lot of these you have to look as like a value add. Yeah, 'cause they're in D-class neighborhoods, but I mean, can you slowly?
Can you guys
renovate 1 unit at a time, increase rents over time, and then that's where the numbers start making sense. Because here we're not like a big multifamily city.
Yeah, we're not.
Right? It's not like a big metropolitan city where we have multifamilies everywhere, like an abundance of them. You know, they're all concentrated toward like in that downtown area, and you have to look at it as a long-term play or like a value add to where you're going to flip. But I would say over the long term, the numbers probably make sense because you're always going to increase rents over time, just like everything else.
I don't know. I look at all these multifamilies, like duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. It looks like a shithole.
Well, I want you guys. You can explain. I'll just kind of tee you up. But what is a D class area?
So it's just a vernacular for commercial investors, right? Like A class is like the top cream of the crop. However, the cap rate is low, so you don't make that much money. But it's like in the best neighborhood, best locations, best amenities, right? So the guys that normally buy stuff like that are like AAA companies, like insurance companies, but they'll end up buying 4,000 units at one time. So this is where people that actually have real money, where they're just going out and buying at a lower cap, but it's more conservative, right? But then when you start getting into like the D's, the C's, whatever it is, it's more risky, but the returns are a lot higher. You have more headaches, basically.
Why are the returns higher? Just curious. Like, is it because
it's harder to go get the rent? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The clientele is completely different. So the rents are lower, but it may not be in a desirable neighborhood, which is, the income level is completely different. It's not blue collar, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Okay. Now I want to move on to $1 million listings. So if we pulled up some properties that were from like $1 million to $3 million, okay, the median price point is about 1.7 at $368 a square foot. You roughly get about 4,700 square feet. Average days on the market is 27 days. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So what is this telling you here? From single family residents that are at the 450, average days on the market is 30 days. Here is 27 days.
Can you pull something up on the fly?
I'm going to try to, but go ahead.
Okay. Can you see how many of those close cash compared to finance?
I'm going to get into that in just a second. I'm already ahead of the game. Okay. But isn't that fascinating that on the higher sector, things are closing? What does that mean? All that money that was printed during the COVID, right? People are coming out. They got to park their money somewhere. Every asset class is so overinflated right now. Where do you put your money? The dollar's dying fast and quick. You got the money in the bank, you're bleeding. Mm-hmm. You might as well buy something. So what's the next best thing? You move to Las Vegas, right? If you're making $1 million a year, you're from California, you're paying what, 10%? You're saving 10% by moving here. That's $100,000 you just save. On a $1 million home, how much is your mortgage? Like $7,000? $7,000. This tells you that if you're from California making $1 million, you basically got a free house for $1 million. Does that make sense, guys?
That's where all the money's coming from.
Exactly.
That's why I love our luxury market. It's come such a long way since I moved here in 2013. It's absolutely incredible.
I mean, you got players moving here.
You got Mark Wahlberg.
And Chakits. I'm a player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chakits Krulsawat.
With a pink shirt on.
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers. Now, the Summit Club, man. I'll tell you, the Summit Club
that's balling status right there.
Summit Club is gaining a lot of traction.
Where is that?
It's on the west side, right next to the Mason.
Oh, So we got a super chat for $10. Chester H says, closing on a new home, Las Vegas, built in December. Poti locked in my rate at 5.75%. I locked in the home price in December of 2021. Now, but still concerned. I'm considering backing out and waiting on the market. What are your thoughts, Dan?
My thoughts?
Yeah, you think this guy should back out? I mean, 5.75%, that's a pretty good damn rate.
You know, I can say...
Sorry to interrupt you, Joey. Somebody just gave us some money, so that's part of the show.
It supersedes everything.
It supersedes everything.
You know, right. I think he's in a good place because he can take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think if you're, like, let's say you locked in this year, I would probably have a strong position to leave and wait. I'll just be honest. Unless you need the home.
Yeah, but what happens if he's got $10,000 down and he's got additional option money? He's going to lose that money.
Well, I mean, if you can get the money back, obviously you don't want to lose the money. If you're already in, then you don't want to lose your money. You just go with it. But if you're saying just on the rate part of it, I mean, I think that rates are going to continue to go up. And this is a 30, 60, 90-day process where it's like, let's see what the Fed does. Nobody really knows how far they're going to go up. I want to make sure everybody's clear on that. I say they have room to go up to a certain level, but it depends on what the inflation numbers come at. So, but you got to think, I mean, at 5%, if you went and you waited and let's say rates never come down to 5% again, you'd be kicking yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I would probably go in, and then if you always had to, you can sell it.
Yeah.
At some point.
So Joey, 5% is a great rate right now.
So if you were in this position, would you pull your money out or try to get your money out and wait, or would you move forward with this deal?
On it.
Close on
I
it?
think I would probably go forward with it, just because, like I said, I mean, where rates are at and where they're headed.
Yeah.
And the payment.
It's the unknown too, right? I mean,
well, I think the most important question here, and this is directly towards Chester, is that you bought a home without me. So I'm going to have to hit this button. Now.
He brought you in spirit, though.
Yeah, that's
He said,
right.
here's Chakits information I got from the podcast. Now, can you lock me in?
But no, on a serious note, man, congratulations. And at 5.7%, I mean, that's a great interest rate, believe it or not. $1 million listing. So if we did $3 million and up, right? Nothing is really selling at $3 million and up.
where are we at? Like between 1 and 2
1 and 2 what?
million.
No, 3 million and up. I'm gonna call this the ultra luxury. Nothing's
3
moving.
million? I thought it was 2.5 million. Now it's 3.
No, for me is 3 and up.
Okay.
3 and up. Now let's talk about overall Las Vegas housing market. So if we take a look, right, 27% are cash buyers. 47% is conventional buyers. 14% is FHA buyers, which is very fascinating. FHA buyers are coming out of the woodwork, but I don't think I've done an FHA loan for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, if you guys got an FHA loan, let me know because I want to do one. It's kind of fun. But anyway. But these numbers are pretty strong. 27% are cash buyers.
That's does this show you in the luxury market of how many?
No, I would have to actually pull it up. But go ahead and keep talking while I pull it up.
Yeah, it's just like I'd like to see that breakdown because as you said before, I mean, there's a lot of people that are sitting on cash and they're trying to pull money out of the market. So where do they go? They have to put it into something that's tangible.
Yeah.
And look, real estate over time has always been the safest bet.
Yeah.
Right. The markets are so volatile, and if you're not in the business of flipping homes and you're trying to get out, like have a quick exit, real estate's the best asset you can own.
Flipping homes right now is just way too dangerous.
Yeah, very risky.
You have to be so conservative. You have to have that extra cushion. Even though that I feel like the market has really kind of stabled around that 445 range. If you're rehabbing a home today, number one, you have to have that extra cushion because number one, it could go down a little bit. Number two, you better make sure that that home is like the best home in that neighborhood as far as rehabbing. And then you already know what's going to happen. Buyers are going to ask for closing costs or they're going to ask for a price reduction.
Yep.
So you already have to have that in mind, right?
Yeah, one of the houses I just put under contract was a flip home. Everything was done pretty well in the home. Inspection was done today.
Right.
But it was listed at $469. We got it for $449 plus 3% towards closing costs.
Oh, nice.
Big win.
And like you said, I mean, closing costs, that 2-1 buy down or buying down a rate, that sellers are willing to understand. Do they understand, right? You kind of bring up like, hey, rates are going to be a problem. Sellers now have to kind of bend to actually do that, and they're going to shrink the amount they get back, right? But if they have to do that,
they understand it. So now what we're seeing in the broker remarks, seller will contribute X amount of dollars towards buyer's closing costs or rate buy down.
Why would you already fold your hands like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even say that. We already know you're going to ask. Don't say that, because now you're just giving it away.
It's a desperate market.
Yeah.
I mean, for sellers. So I think at this point they've lost all their leverage.
Yeah, they just want to be fully transparent. Say, look, this is what we're willing to do.
Get it off the books, man. Let's get it going.
And I love the one that says, seller will entertain all offers.
That sounds like one of my listings right now. Pretty soon I'm going to, matter of fact, I called up York the other day. I think it was 2 days ago. I go, York, on this one listing, it's not moving. And I told him, make sure to go in the agent-to-agent remarks and add this. Seller is willing to entertain all offers. He goes, I already did that like weeks ago, bro. I was like, we did? He's like, yeah. I'm like, son of a gun. Couldn't believe it, dude. So I'm actually pulling up the numbers right now. So give me just a second here. So if we take a look, right, for $1 million and up, okay, which is, my phone is not working. Did somebody have a phone? Let's go to a calculator real quick. Let's get this. We'll have Joey to do this here.
Got it.
All right, we're going to take 38 divided by 111. What is that?
34.34.
34%. Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically it's 34% are cash buyers. That's pretty strong. That's in really the strong luxury market, right? Now, if we take a look, 61% is conventional buyers, which is like jumbo loans and stuff like that. Now, I want to get into some of these questions here, because we have tons of questions. Let me find a good one. Urban Core, West Summer. Okay. Hi. Does anyone have any news about the future Urban Core in the West Summerlin?
The Urban Core in West Summerlin, is that like the Red Point area?
That's probably what they're talking about. I'm not too sure. So
there's three-story homes out there?
No, I'm not too sure, because there's so many brand new homes out there. And what's crazy, some of these video home tours that I'll do, I'll end up forgetting. I have to like literally go into my computer system.
I think that's Blacktail.
The Blacktail?
The 3-story home out there.
No, what?
She's talking about the urban area.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Red Point Square.
Yeah, it's got to be, because that's like the new Summerlin.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an extension of downtown Summerlin. From what I understand, it's going to be some like outdoor shops and restaurants and things like that.
Nice.
From what I understand.
And somebody says, what was the name of the surprise snacks company? Again, it is called Try Treats. That's right, trytreats.com. Make sure to use the promo code Chakits Krulsawat. That's CHAKITS KRULSAWAT. That's right. Now let's go to another one. How much carbon does it take to manufacture the solar panels and Tesla Powerwalls? That I have no clue. Who's the builder, Joey? Who's the builder?
Live Homes.
That's right, Live Homes. Okay. Let's see here. It says you are not going to get any view with homes under $3 million, to be honest. Well, to be honest, we just told you that this home, by the time it's done, it's at $5 million. And yes, you will get a view. However, there are tons of homes out there that are multi-million-dollar homes. You don't have a view, but you're in a secluded neighborhood, the elite of the elite, but then your backyard is like banging. Right?
Yeah, I'm showing one tomorrow in Seven Hills with no view for 4.5.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, sick home.
Oh, is it really?
The backyard's banging.
Somebody says, stop by saying, hello, Chakits, your home tour are my dreams. Well, you know what? Let's make it a reality. I had a few Raiders just moved into my neighborhood. Oh, that's cool. Let's see what else we have here. Let me find something. Pimp pad. Nope. Somebody talked about the Neo community. That's York. Let's see here. Just a lot of comments on here. So, is there Anything else that you guys want to add before we end the show at this point?
I don't know, man. I always come on the show and I get kind of excited about what's going on in real estate.
Yeah.
Each week, I think we have some pretty big wins for our buyers.
Mm-hmm.
We've been like the one at Panorama.
Yeah.
It was such an odd situation. So our client was going to submit the offer. Now, how the condo was originally listed at 1.5 million, and we let it sit for a few days. I followed back up with the real estate agent, and something happened with the seller, and he actually had a court order where he had to sell the unit. So
it was almost like it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out. So we offered 1.2 fully furnished turnkey. Got it accepted.
Good job.
Our client was ecstatic. He's like, dude,
a
you
home
just
run
saved me $300,000 because they wanted to offer list price. They were going to offer 1.5 and be done with it. And we sat on it. They thought about it. We talked about it.
Pretty good.
Saved him $300,000.
So he better give you $100,000.
But it's cool. I mean, like these types of deals and these types of wins are achievable.
So what
out
it
there.
tells me, I think, for this market is you have to adapt. Chakits always says pivot, profit. I think you're adapting to other clientele and other situations. Like most of the stuff you guys sold last year was residential homes.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's like, hey, we're selling everything because we need to adapt, and there's other buyers out there for other things, and that's kind of what I see and hear from you guys. Right.
Well, guys, that was a lot of great information. Appreciate you guys coming on out here. You guys could be anywhere else, but you guys are making a commitment, so I do appreciate that. Now, guys, if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Until next week at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Peace.